On to the UK. For around 15 million people living in London and southern England, the Thames Water hosepipe ban has been lifted, which means that people are now allowed to use hosepipes to water their gardens, wash cars and windows, or fill up the paddling pools. Thames Water saying the scrapping of the measure was possible due to recent above-average rainfall and the public's compliance. But the company, which thanked individuals and businesses for helping save water, also urged them to continue showing restraint in their usage. The hosepipe ban came into force on the 24th of August after the country experienced one of its driest 12 months on record. But people are now free to use their hosepipes and sprinklers once again without risking a fine of up to £1,000. The ban was implemented to give rivers and reservoirs a chance to recover after the long period of low rainfall, as in the 12 months between September 2021 and August, the country experienced below average rainfall, with July being the driest since 1885. Affecting river levels, with those at Teddington in Richmond being at their lowest in August since 2005, all this has left its reservoirs down by a quarter. Although now Thames Water has come forward and said that storage levels are improving at many reservoirs across the region. Let's go straight across now to our correspondent Alex Izat, who's getting us those updates from London. Alex, just piece together for us the impact of this ban so far and the thought process behind the withdrawal.
Well, at the moment, obviously the hosepipe ban is out of effect in London and the Thames Valley area, but there is still a ban across South Yorkshire, South East and South West. So that does still continue. At the moment, we are seeing the levels of water rise in some reservoirs across the UK. But although it is actually quite wet and generally on a day-to-day there are weather warnings and a lot of rainfall, the fact that we had such a dry summer and a drought that went throughout the UK has let a lot of these reservoirs go to a low level that they really don't want to be seeing again over the winter, because as we head into spring and summer next year, we're likely to see another ban come into being enforced across the whole of the country. Now, at the moment, obviously, as I said, the reservoirs are going up, but we are, despite having a lot of rain, still having quite a dry winter as well. And we've seen a lot of flooding, and especially when the hosepipe ban was enforced, there was over 3 trillion litres of water lost across the UK because of breaks within pipes and flooding and sewage issues as well. So there have been quite a lot of fines to some of the water companies that haven't been able to fix any of this pipe work. So even though the water itself is going to be rising, the fact is that there are still a lot of flaws within a lot of those industries that haven't been fixed yet, and water is still leaking. And the weather warnings that we're going to be expecting, there's a weather warning at the moment, as you can see, it's quite windy out here, and it's going to get windier, and there's going to be a lot of rain coming, so we are expecting a lot of flooding. And that is because there is a lot of building work that's still going on, and it's taken away some of the floodplains in the UK. So that means that we will see a lot of water surface damage and a lot of floods that will go, probably trains and cars may get stuck in the next coming days.
Alex, we're leaving it there for the moment. Thanks very much for joining us on the broadcast with those inputs. WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.